And there it is.
What's up?
We're live in this place tonight in the building. I'm so used to saying that. All right, y'all ready to rock? Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Tangy Tea of Life. I am your host, Veronica, back with you on this Tuesday. Brother Victor is back with us.
Who?
Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Yes.
My man, the GOAT, the greatest of all time.
He want to start some mess tonight.
You know, it is a sad thing, though. It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Prayers going out to family and loved ones, definitely.
And his viewers.
Interviewers, fans, all of that. Yeah. Brother Fatine, all the way from WBLS radio station. What's going on?
What's up? I mean, he may, I'm not making fun because I don't make fun on people's death, but we've heard, we do know that he had a heart attack. How that heart attack came about, we don't know. But we can assume meeting somebody and have, that there was definitely some interchangeable body functions happening. And, you can have a heart attack after intercourse and during or after. So, you got to be in shape, man. You can't go. That's why I tell you, go months and months and months and months and months and then get back active. And you got a bad heart. You got high blood pressure. You better be careful. Better be careful. I'm just that serious. I don't play. That's health. That's health. That's like getting out there trying to ride a bike or jogging. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't get out there and shovel snow up those people in the snow regions. You can't just do that if you don't do it on an everyday basis. So if you're not sexually active, you can't go out there and run a marathon because your ego saying go out there and run a marathon.
So you got to keep everything, in check. You got to do preventative maintenance and stuff.
That's right. Bro, that's right. That's why you got to have a tune-up. That's why I keep saying, if you ain't in a serious relationship, ain't nothing wrong with a tune-up, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with a tune-up.
So at least
because these women will kill you. And when I'm not saying in a bad way, but these women will kill you because y'all women take our energy. And when y'all take our energy, I know Veronica, look at her. No, this is nothing bad, Veronica. It's that we become like a workhorse. Not to say y'all don't put in work, but I'm just saying, especially with men in the ego. So we trying to do our best and look great, and I don't care how it lasts, if it's 4 minutes or 20 minutes. We putting our all in all, and if you ain't prepared, man, that heart, bro, when you finish, your heart is racing. Boom, 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 boom. Come on.
Well, if that was the case.
Veronica, you work out, so so you ain't got nothing to worry about. You ain't got nothing. Your cardio should be good. Just whoever you get with, you better make sure that their cardio is good.
Because especially if I go into jackrabbit mode, that thing is.
Yo, dude, you sweating and stuff? Just even men self-pleasing themselves there after they heart racing. Boom, 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 boom. That's real. Real talk.
Jackrabbit mode, hell no.
Oh Lord.
I go into jackrabbit mode. It's over.
I'm back, y'all. I'm back.
Yes. we see that.
You hear
Lord
that?
Jesus. Well, we don't know how are they saying it was a heart attack? Did they do a
no autopsy has been it hasn't been released, but just I listened to the audio. Me and Vic said we heard the audio. TMZ placed the audio.
Yeah.
She called for a fibrillator. That's the heart. He turned blue. His heart, so yeah, it looked like he had a heart attack.
So I want to say this. So Cheryl said that's so embarrassing for someone to down top of you. So understand that thing is almost like a drug. You'll put some drugs out there, and some people are OD. Now everybody want to go buy them drugs that everybody was ODing on. So I'm pretty sure her DMs is popping right now. So
yeah,
you'll be wrong.
Yeah. He's right, and he's right. You look at that thunder thighs. I mean, she had thunder thighs, and then Victor just brought up something. So I'm not taking the credit for it. Victor just brought up that you always see him majority of the time drinking Red Bulls.
All the time.
Yeah, and Red Bulls, that already creates your heart. I mean, the blood flow. It creates that energy. The adrenaline. It's an adrenaline riser. And then you having sex, and then you 50 some years old, and you may have some ED of this something. I'm not sure. I don't know. So it's a lot going on. Might have popped more than one blue pill.
He might have started the session off in Jack Rabbit mode. Boy, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
Into that.
That's right. You can't, and that's serious.
May he rest in peace.
Yes.
Right, Lisa. It's sad that a lot of people are really going. Let's get off that. Tangy to Your Life is being brought to you by Hip Hop Fitness with Veronica. Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Big Gary Gym in Darlington. Come and have fun, work out at the same time, get fit, sweat, and all of that. $5 per class. Yeah. Eric says bad energy, Red Bulls. What's going on? John, Lisa, Cheryl, you couldn't get off them. They would have been looking for you. Cheryl said she would have left. What's going on, Tanya, Stevenson, Nikki, Chris?
Eric made me get off them energy drinks. Eric made me get off them energy drinks.
They say they're not good for you.
Yeah, he made me put them down. So yeah.
Jason, the glow party was awesome.
Fatine.
It was so good.
I saw the video.
No. Fatine.
Ooh, they were in
the
there.
Picture, the picture was minus a few people.
Right.
But I'm just saying, Fatine. That's all. You saw.
Got it. I understand, bro. I got it.
David in there now.
I know. I missed out.
And we had so much fun. So much fun. It was incredible. What's up, Melinda?
And they put Patricia, me in the front, bro.
What's going on? Huh?
Yeah, I'm a sneak in with a wig on because I'm going to be in the back.
That whole gym and pack up.
I saw it, man. It looked great, man. I'm proud. I was very proud. It put a very big smile on my face when I saw that. I was very proud of you, Veronica.
Thank you.
You even looked like you had a larger crowd also.
Oh, it was, yeah. Like Vic said, the gym was packed. Like it was full.
It was packed in more ways than one, bro.
No, I got you, baby.
Really, Victor?
Yeah.
They've been packing there, boy.
All right, Patricia. I'll see you tomorrow.
So I would solicit to all the men, if you want to get a good workout as well, Hip Hop Fitness with Veronica. And maybe, you can work out your body as well as your optical organs.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks a lot, Victor. All right, so let's get into this topic before we jump into the email letter that I received. So I was actually in my office today at work, and a coworker came in, and we just started chatting it up about, life itself and relationships, and just talking about things. And he came up with well, he didn't come up with. We was just talking about him and his relationship and situation and whatever. And we got on guards, like having your guard up, because he's been in a relationship and out of a relationship, very long relationship. And he was just saying that now his next relationship, he's choosing loyalty over love. And I'm like, doesn't loyalty and love go together? Don't the two compare? Like, don't you have to have love in order to get the loyalty? But he was just saying, like, if he lets anyone in his space, they're special, because he's not going to just let anyone in his space. So if someone gets in his space, they should feel special, because he's not trying to go there any longer. Because he says love can cause you pain. You get hurt by love. But he said as long as you can give him loyalty, he's satisfied with that. So he's saying he would choose loyalty over love. So I was kind of confused, but at the same time, I kind of get it. But my question to you all, will you choose loyalty over love, or do the two go together? Because I'm looking at it as I have to have love for you in order to see the loyalty from you. I don't know. You guys explain it to me.
You want me to go first this time, Vic, since you're in?
Please go.
All right, because you're going to have your own spin. So for me, I just was listening. I didn't look up anything. So love to me is an emotion, which that emotion can cause an action. Loyalty is an action.
Mhm.
It's not an emotion. So that's why it's intertwined. So you are kind of correct where you see love can be that emotion, and that emotion can also cause loyalty. But you can also have loyalty present and don't have love. So that's why you can have love and don't have trust, but you can also have trust and don't have love. So that's why I'm saying that they can be interconnected, but they also can operate separately. And I think that at the end of the day, people that have been in love has been hurt. And because they've loved someone, or someone else said they have loved some, that didn't mean that that the other person didn't do anything that broke their trust, which causes the problem with loyalty. So what the brother is saying is that he's looking for loyalty. He's looking to trust. He'd rather have someone that he can trust, that he may have a strong like. He may not have that infatuated kind of love for that person, but he rather have loyalty, because to me, he feels that he can be content with that. Just being in love can cause pain, because it's just an emotion. So that's how I explain it.
So 2 comments, and then I'll get on it. Jason says loyalty can come from fear, doesn't always come from love. And then John says, I'll take respect over love any day. And I'm talking respect, and I'm not when I'm not around. So my thing, when it comes down to loyalty, like Fatine was saying, you can be loyal to me and not love me. You know, there are a lot of things, you know, when you're on your job expect you to be loyal to them and not really go out looking for another job. Even though we do. I really feel like what John is saying, loyalty and respect kind of go hand in hand. As long as you loyal to me when I'm not around you and you still respect me, we can still not be really in love. You know, you got a lot of women out there, you have a lot of people out there that's inside relationships that are loyal to that side relationship. That you'll have a person over here, and then they'll, be dealing with, somebody who's married, but they won't go out looking for nobody else, and they're loyal to that person. And I get that, because to me, loyalty is safe that way. You know what I'm saying? I get it. When we're talking about love is very dangerous. Love will have you doing things that a normal person or a not in love person would sit back and say, why are you doing this? Like, love will make you bust out somebody's windows. Love will have you at somebody's mama house doing things that you won't even do for your mother. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but all I'm saying is when you're loyal to somebody, you do have your boundaries there. And even though I may not, do all this stuff on you, we can still have fun, but I'm not gonna cross that line. So I get what he's saying.
Mm. He was saying that his biggest fear isn't him, because I was asking him, I was like, so are your fears not being loyal to the person that you're letting in? And he was like, the biggest fear isn't him being loyal, because he can be loyal, but his fear is her hurting him.
Of course. And the thing is, when it comes down to insecurities and the male, I can only speak on the males. I mean, a lot of males don't talk about the insecurities, and we talked about this on the show because women use that as a weapon, and it shouldn't be used as a weapon. A lot of men walk around with insecurities, and they walk around with baggage from their past relationship. But I have to use I have to use these insecurities to protect me, so I don't go down that road again and I don't get hurt again. So in my eyes, insecurities are a good thing, but eventually, as you get into a relationship with someone, you need to start maybe trying to let some of them insecurities go.
Right. And I'll just add on to what Victor's saying. And one of the beautiful things is, especially if someone has been hurt, that you do have your guard up. I think, Veronica, you started this conversation off very well with having your guard up. I think that's a great topic for this conversation, because if you have been hurt in a prior relationship or past relationship, you do have your guard up. And one of the things is that as you meet someone else, you're going to keep that guard up. But as you start to see their loyalty, as you can see that you could begin to trust them, and as that emotional part that you start to love them, when those three things, and again, trust and loyalty is pretty much together, when you start to bring that again, you start to open up again. And when you can open up again and really find all of that together, it is so beautiful. It's beautiful. The question is, can you get back to that part? And some people deaden that and don't know how to open it again. And that's why I'm saying, if you're going to try to get into another relationship, you can't live in the past, because if you live in the past, you can't move forward. There's no way you can. You'll keep your guard up. You got that. We understand that. But if you are moving forward and it comes through actions and it comes through time. Yeah. But as that goes together and things are flowing, it's beautiful. It's like a flower blossoming. And when that opens up and happens again, it's beautiful. Now, if you get hurt again, it's going to be even harder to move forward again. But that's unfortunately, that's life. Life is ups and downs, moving forward, sometimes standing still, moving backwards to go forward. So that's what life is. So we have to get tough and deal with it and look at it for what it really is.
And saying that's what he was saying. He was like, F love. He was like, just give me loyalty. He don't see himself loving anyone. But see, I feel like that's when it comes to us as women, I think that's why we get hurt more, because we let our guard down quicker than a man would. Like we will forgive faster than a man would. I do believe that we, y'all don't think so? Because go ahead.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I think that y'all we talked about it. I've said it. All of us have said it, that y'all women tend to deal with pain better. That don't mean all women. We're just saying overall, we see women tend to deal with pain better. We look at the last time that we were all on with the woman that the man had 3 children on, and she talked about love. And we said if that were the man's shoe, he would have been going after the first baby. So you're not speaking anything that we would disagree with.
Yeah. Well, of course, he was like, don't be calling my name on this show. I'm like, of course I won't. But we had a great conversation.
Won't call Victor's. I mean, I'm sorry, Vic. I just jive.
But no, we had a really good conversation at work today. Like it's good because people watch this show and they a lot of times they don't tune in. They don't comment in the comment section. They just watch and then they'll talk about it outside the show. But it's always good, when you get feedback or whatever from the show, and you can actually have a conversation with someone, about relationships or anything that goes on with the show. But 9 times out of 10, that's what we, talk about on here is relationships.
I just want to add one more thing here, Veronica. This is interesting. It's interesting when you have someone in your life that you are not dating. Let's just say you dated years ago and they went through their life, had kids, got married, then they're not with that person for whatever reason. They could have broken up. The person could have, their significant other could have passed or whatever. But it brings you back to that person. That person is a good person, but you never really loved them, but they're a good person. And when you get around them, you realize that they would be not only a good person for you, but they really have an interest in you. But see, what makes you go into that to make that commitment to that relationship? It's not, sometimes it's not fear. It's just sometimes that inner connection. I don't know if it's the spark of love or whatever, but sometimes you can't make that commitment to that person because there's something that is missing. It's something that's filled. Yeah, you're right. That person is a good person. They would make a good wife or good husband, but there's that spark that's missing. Even the intimacy is good, but it's just something that is missing. And I think that, again, I don't know if it's tangible, but it's that emotion. I don't know if it's love, but it's something that is missing. And I've seen that, experienced that, and they're good people, but I don't say I want to make a commitment because it's something that's missing.
Wait a minute. So LaShonda says, I can't let my guard down. I'm tired of getting hurt. I don't go looking for trouble, but that cell phone tells it all. I don't care who I'm dating. I ain't met one man yet who was talking just to me. So, Shonda, before we really dig into you, if she says, if I get hurt at this age, I got my bondsman on speed dial, and I get it. So understand, at the beginning of the show, we were talking about when a man stops having sex, it's a real toll on your body when you start back. So you kind of want to keep that thing going. So if you meet someone, 9 times out of 10, they are probably maybe entertaining someone else, but it's not like it's a race or who wins up first. It's just who's more compatible with who. So when you meet somebody and y'all been together maybe a month, if y'all haven't really discussed being exclusive, I think that's unrealistic expectation for you to sit back and think that you are the only one. Now, this guy needs to show you some respect and not, when he's around you, maybe cut his phone on do not disturb or airplane mode so that you get his undivided attention. But until y'all have that, exclusive conversation, you should not think that you are, it or the only one. And he shouldn't think that either. But if you want that man, then maybe you need to do something a little extra to set yourself apart from the rest of the field. Now, it may sound harsh, but that's the damn truth.
Mm-hmm. And then on the other side to LaShonda, first of all, LaShonda, I can't speak to, I guess I definitely need to talk to him about that cell phone. Yeah, LaShonda, that's why I brought up what I brought up just now, because people can tell another person anything. Oh, baby, it's you. I love you, this, that, and the other. But the question is, you can't really feel what they are feeling. And that's why I brought up that connection. And when you brought that up, Victor, about that, and you used the word, and I can't remember the word there, is that there's a lot of games being played out here. There's just a lot of games out here. Totally. And there's just a lot of games. And sometimes you can feel who's genuine and you can't. And sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it takes time, but sometimes people seem genuine and then they have a whole nother side to them. Right. So I keep telling people, and I watch all these memes that people put up about men and I don't want this and this, that, and the other. And I just say what Victor says. You got to realize you don't control the next person, how and what they do. You don't want to be hurt. You don't want to be disrespected. Nobody wants to be that. Not going to blame women because men don't want that neither. But we got to realize that there's human nature out here. And there's a lot of attraction out here, and the only thing we can do is hope that we get with somebody that's compatible, that respects us. And if you want to know the truth, ladies, just like us men, if you really want to know the truth, because I heard this before, women want to know the truth, but they sometimes can't handle the truth. If you really want to know the truth, then let a man tell you it, and if you're willing to accept it, then that's the best way to deal with it if you can.
Mm. And LaShonda, I wouldn't go so far. I mean, I get that your guard is up, but sometimes our guard can be up so much that, you know, we're afraid to let someone in, and we could be blocking our blessings. I say this before. You have to let your guard down a little bit to allow someone to come in.
Let it down below the waist. But keep it up. Yeah, let it down there.
You know what, Victor? Shut.
Let that guard down.
You better put the cowbell on him.
I'm not giving him no cowbell. But I mean, I'm serious. Like sometimes you in order for you to meet someone and you know, get to know a person, you have to let your guard down some. I mean, how are you going to know if that is the right person or whatever you want to call it? You have to let your guard down a little.
And one thing I will say that my main man, the GOAT, Kevin Samuels, would always say, don't be trying to get all these standards now and you ain't had none all before. So the thing is, I understand that we all want to improve ourselves, and I get that. But you will find yourself by yourself if you think somebody gonna sit here and wait, and now all of a sudden you want to say, oh, I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna make you wait 90 days and 120 days. Well, you wait by your damn self.
That's right. And we telling you. And that's why sometimes me and Victor, we go to the extreme. And that's why we'll challenge anybody on this, because y'all are playing with yourself on that. Y'all are playing with yourself. Sometimes John says sometimes you can meet a good person, but at the wrong time in life. And that is correct. John hit it right on the head. I got it. You got that bell, because you can meet that person that's a good person. And you know what? Sometimes you meet back up in life and rekindle and make it and move forward as that unit and happy for the rest of your life. You understand? So it can happen.
That's exactly what I said. If you got your wall up, you can't let blessings in.
And Veronica, I'm sorry I didn't get you. I'm sorry, Veronica. I didn't want to interrupt you, but you definitely get a bell for that.
So leave John comment. You say you got your walls up. Let me tell you something. You can leave your walls up. And we'll climb them walls like the insurrection on January the 6th. We'll climb that damn wall. But once we knock that wall down, that's the thing. So you got, and this is, women, if you see a red flag, let the man go. Don't try to change. We too old. Like, I'm 41. I ain't really got too much flex in me. I got a little bit, but not a lot. You know what I'm saying? I can flex a little bit, but for the most part, what you see is what you get. So when it comes down to you trying to change somebody, you can alter them maybe a little bit, but change them, it ain't happening.
Yep. And I
compatible, we ain't.
I agree. I think people change at their own pace, and you made me think about it. And I said this before on this show, and the actress Kim Coles, me and her went to school together, and she wrote in her book that she was attracted to bad boys. And the reason why she was attracted to bad boys, because she felt that if I could get a bad boy, I could put that charm on him and change him. And she realized that she couldn't. And I put 50 Cent out there, and I don't know 50 Cent like that, and I'm not putting him on a pedestal. But what I'm saying is, I know 50 from the point of I come up out of the same neighborhood in Queens, so I know the lifestyle, the drugs, the guns, the shootings, this, that, and other. I know, but I'm not saying a woman. I don't think a woman changed him. He changed himself. You understand what I'm saying? So if a person has it in them to change them, but sometimes a woman is attracted to that negative karma of a person, and they think that they can change that person. And that person, if he doesn't want to change, or vice versa, that woman don't want to change and pull herself out of a ghetto type lifestyle to say, hey, I might have been raised low income or whatever, but I know that I don't have to be stuck here, that I can move forward because I'm better than this, but my circumstances, this is what my circumstances is. That don't mean other people are better than me. This is what the cards were dealt with me, but I don't have to keep this hand. So it comes down to the individual of making themselves better. And if you're in their life and they're trying to do better and you are there to assist them, then y'all are helping each other. And that's the way it works.
John giving out too many secrets tonight. John giving out too many secrets. John.
What John saying?
Let's see what it says.
All right.
He says, ladies, your wall actually means nothing to men. Men are patient hunters for the woman we really want. We will sit low in the grass like a honey line until we get our prey in sight. So with saying you need to stop turning your discernment on full wave.
But you just said that, Victor. You said that when you talked about that January 6th. You didn't elaborate, but you went into the same thing, that we will climb them walls, meaning that's why when I say some things on here, sometimes I know it gets some of you sisters upset, but I mentioned we hunters, we play a game. And when we play in that game, we play the long con. It's called the long con. Read the book Horsem or Trick Lady. But you know what I'm saying.
Stop. Yeah.
But that's the thing. I'm sorry, man. I'm really
About
to look.
Woo!
Too many secrets.
Well, you gonna give him the playbook,
Bro, yo, white folks was the mother in the book, boy. I'm an Iceberg Slim, boy. Watch out. Or was it?
Let me get to these 3 comments. Shonda says, I think a person has to want to change themselves, no matter how hard we want them to change. For us, it just don't work that way. Melinda says, think that's something you can't do, is change a person into what you want them to be. Either accept them for whom they are or go your separate ways. And Bree says, I ain't trying to change nobody. Just asking for you to be real. Tell me the truth. Right. Exactly.
So, Shonda, I thought about Shonda yesterday when the prison guard broke out the dude. And I'm not saying that's her, but that alone, you know what I'm saying? I did. I thought about it. I was like, I wonder if my man is, bringing this up in a conversation. Like, shit, you see what happened? This lady gave up her life for a dude that was on murder. He was on charges of murder, and they was doing all kind of nasty stuff together while they was on their little thing. So, and then she ended up losing her life, probably whether he killed her or not. But that's just the things that runs through some men's minds. If your woman is in that line of work. So, yeah.
Well, that was a great topic. Then we're going to get into the email letter. Let me see what Stephanie is saying. Why do men hunt down women whom they know aren't looking for the same as they are? What?
Are you serious? Is she really just asked that question?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she sure did. Wow. Mm-hmm. it's I ain't even want to even go explain it.
Y'all not going to touch that one?
Nah. We go after anything that we feel that's worth going after. And sometimes it's a challenge. It's a challenge. That's what it is. And so we may know that we can't get it or want it, but it's a challenge. That's what it is. It's a challenge. I can get that, man. Yo, I got that.
That's exactly what. Can John get a bell for that for team?
What he said?
Oh, you didn't see it?
I didn't see it. Well, that's it. That's the bottom line. That's our bottom line. If we're chasing the cat, if we're chasing the cat, it's a difference chasing the cat and chasing. You sometimes chase the woman for the cat. Sometimes you chase the cat, and then sometimes you chase the woman, and you want that woman, and when you get that woman, the cat comes with it.
So Stephanie, let me say this. All right, men are visual, so it's not like when a man sees you and he wants to go or pursue you, there's something about you that he wants to that's enticing him. It may be it's to start with, it's something physical. I'm gonna just say that it's something physical. And after the physicality happens, it's up to you to have more than just the physical. Because you already know the reason we approach you is because we thought that you were a very attractive person. But if your conversation really ain't hitting on much, then it's going to always stay physical. If we never bond on anything, and then you give me, what I, was in hunt or search for, it's going to always stay physical.
Right. And let me just add this so people don't get this misconstrued, because I said it earlier, that it's a beautiful thing when you know you're looking for that special one. And when you find that special one, and and when y'all come together and you're trying to do this as a unit, one-on-one, and do it as a family and have children and doing that direction, it's beautiful. When you love one another, you trust one another, the loyalty is there, and you building. Don't get it crazy that men just get born from the cradle to the grave and just chase cat. It's in us. It's in our nature from the cradle to the grave. It's our nature. But there's also something in our nature, and especially if we're taught family and structure and we see it, it's a beautiful thing. So don't let me, don't give a balance here, because it is a beautiful thing when two people can come together and work it out and make it work. It's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
So let me touch on it one more time. I know about the physical and all, but why, with so many women willing to give you what you want, go get one of them. I don't want one of them. I want you. It's that simple. Damn, my t-shirt kind of fucked up, but I'm saying I don't want one of them.
You better come get one of these t-shirts I got on, man.
I don't
Come
want
on,
one
man.
of them. But that's not the thing. Like,
you better get one of these t-shirts.
Well, I got on a night shirt.
Okay.
But but that's the thing. I mean, you saying that, but we want you. Like, I saw you standing there, you got your heels on, you smelling good, your hair done, you got your little lip gloss on, your pocketbook match your shoes and all that other shit. And your whole demeanor speaks a good woman. But I may want to slut your ass out for the night. I'm just saying. That's just
yeah. And Victor, the way Victor just said that, you may want to do that, but I'll tell you, there's some guys that are like that and they change. Give you another book. I'm showing my age here, but there's another book called Man Child from the Promised Land. It was a brother who was out there in the streets, and he met a sister who cared about him, and he fell in line. And sometimes a good woman can change a person, not because that woman wants to change him, but he realizes, I have something here that if I keep going down this negative road, I'm going to lose this. So don't try to change somebody. Just be who you are. And if somebody feels that I need to change to be with this person, that's beautiful. But you're still being you. And that's the bottom line. Claude, I forgot. Claude Anderson, I think, made that book. Claude, was it? Let me see. Man Child in the Promised Land.
That was a great topic. That was good. We're gonna get into the email letter.
Claude Brown is the author of Man Child in the Promised Land.
It's a little lengthy, but
Oh, wait a minute. What did you say about that topic?
It was a good topic.
Who brought up that topic tonight?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting bells.
I wasn't here Thursday. So.
I must have wrote that letter because it's lengthy. Because you know everything. I'm lengthy,
Yeah.
right, Ron?
Not with what's on her table.
I don't even know where it's at.
Oh
You
Lord,
ain't got
Victor,
it
that
up
came and
there?
stole. He came and
Oh,
stole that something.
very lengthy.
Oh, there you go. Victor wrote a letter once and it was a good one. But anyway,
Back in
you
what?
did in the past. You did.
2019?
Ooh,
Yeah, I
you
wrote
did.
one.
You wasn't even in the studio when you wrote that letter.
It was November, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, it was a good one.
last year.
Yeah, it was good.
I'm gonna put this comment up and then we get into this letter.
Yes, ma'am.
Bree says, funny thing is sometimes women just want the physical as well, but men have a hard time dealing with that.
Bree, I, I had a young lady who asked me that question once. She said, "Do you feel cheap because I just came over to scratch my itch?" I said, "Shit, we've been doing this for the longest. Hell no. I get to walk you to the train station. I feel good, and I hang with my boys the rest of the night. I ain't feeling bad." So you're right, Bree. Some men can't deal with that, but if you ain't their main woman, we should be able to deal with that. See, we talk a good game, but a lot of us men talk a good game, but a lot of us are mice.
I'm going to bed after the fact. Yeah, I ain't hanging with nobody. I'm going to sleep.
Shit, man. Shit, you do it 5 in the afternoon. I ain't going to no bed. I'm hanging
Oh,
out with the fellas now. Shoot, feeling good. You can float now. You don't need no Red Bull to float.
I'm old.
all right.
I'm older than you.
All right, here we go. Here's the email letter.
All right.
It says, Dear Tangy T, my soon-to-be husband and I have been together for 3 years and been engaged for a year. He's recently told me he doesn't want this relationship anymore, and it's really bothering me. I like to practice certain beliefs like fasting and also not having sex. He has known this since we first met and had no problem with it. But since we've gotten engaged, he gets upset about the not having sex part. I told him I understand he's my fiance, but at the same time, it's also my body and he should respect my beliefs and how I feel. It's been times he left the house and came back smelling like another woman's fragrance, but I think he does that on purpose just to get under my skin. He's given me no reason why he wants to leave other than we are not compatible like he thought we were. Am I wrong for wanting to respect? Am I wrong for wanting him to respect how I feel about no sex and fasting? Have I been just a trial period for him and now he wants to be with someone else instead of me? I am so hurt and very confused and need quick advice. P.S. Veronica, I just wanted Mr. Victor and Mr. Fatine to know it really makes me laugh when they get on you and Sharon's last nerve. You guys are the best. And thanks. Child, they get on our nerves all the time.
Oh, shit, we get chastised after the show. Shit, y'all don't know. I do it, but it's good for the show sometimes.
She's not talking about side chicks, John. Be quiet. I mean, you do have your beliefs, and I feel like if this brother knew this when you all first got together, it goes back to what we was talking about, changing someone. Like he knew her beliefs. He knew that she was fasting. He knew that, you know, he wasn't going to get sex that often when she's fasting or whatever. He knew this. So now he want to act brand new, like he didn't know that this was going on. So I feel like maybe he's not the one for you, even though it's been together for 3 years, y'all been engaged for a year, and now he want to call it off just because he's not getting the sex like he should. He thought once y'all got engaged, according to this letter, that things were going to change as far as the sex goes. I don't know. When then he want to play games when he go out and he come back smelling like a woman's fragrance. Like, I guess you don't believe that he's out there like that. You're saying that he just want to get up under your skin, but he's coming back smelling like a lady's fragrance. What is he doing? Just spraying perfume on him just to make you mad? Am I wrong for wanting him to respect how I feel about no sex and fasting? No, you're not wrong, because that's your beliefs. You believe in fasting and not having sex during your fasting. That's your beliefs. That's your choice. So, no, you're not wrong. I mean, it's not for everybody, but that's your beliefs. You believe in that, so you do what you believe in. What was her other question? Have I been just a trial period for him and now he wants to be with someone else instead of me? Possibly. Possibly. Or he could be just realizing this is not what he want. Maybe he thought that what he want at the beginning and thought he could deal with that situation, and now he feel like he can't. I'm not going to say that, he was, you was his trial period. I won't go as far as saying that. He just changed his mind. Victor? Did I talk too much?
No.
Now you kind of hit it. You hit it. We just gonna be rough. You did it slow. We gonna. I'm gonna say.
I feel like.
That's right.
All right, so I'm gonna be real careful when I choose my words here. Just because you fasting don't necessarily mean I am. Those are your beliefs. All right. So if I ask you to be my wife, there are certain things that's expected. Now, if we were dating and you were fasting, that's, I can't really say too much about that. But once I ask you to be my wife, there are certain things that you just can't do no more. You know what I'm saying? And I get your belief, but why did you accept the ring? Secondly, if you and my mans ain't agreeing, why are y'all still engaged? Like, the engagement is when the first time he come home smelling like perfume, like, I don't get it. Like, are y'all, apparently someone too broke to leave. So y'all need to find out how these finances is going to work, because you'll be surprised. Finances keep a lot of people together. You putting up with some shit. Somebody got to go, because the minute you told me, I'll tell you this, the minute somebody tell me, well, you can't have that. Oh, okay, cool. I get it. But tomorrow night, you need to circle the block and you need to make this shit up. But for you to sit back and say you fasting for religious reasons, if I am questioning you on that, then guess what? I ain't the one for you, because I feel like, God should be first. So if I don't respect the fact that you're actually fasting to better yourself with the Lord, then guess what, baby? You got to cut the wee off. Let it go. Let it go.
So with Victor saying what he said, Veronica, I think you hit it. Victor, you said some interesting things, because you said, I sister, first of all, you kind of answered yourself in your letter. You answered yourself in the letter. So you're right. The bottom line, in the beginning of the relationship, he was into you. Y'all were into each other. You're engaged, and he thought he could do this. As time went on, and it's good that 10 years didn't go by. He's realizing, I can't do this. Now, to answer your question, no, you're not wrong for the way you want to live your life and how you feel. But if he has a problem with it, then you have to let him go. He has to let you go. It's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Ain't no use of him playing no games. He goes out, he's frustrated, he come back smelling like a woman. Now you're playing games. You're playing games because he's done told you, I can't deal with this lack of sex. That's going to lead to a problem. He's not going to play with himself at this stage. So the bottom line is there.
I'm gonna do both.
you know. He at least he's being honest. Then you see in earlier comments here, some women say, be honest. If the brother's being honest and say he can't deal with it, then there's no use in making no commitment in the relationship, because you don't need to compromise your religious views for no one. You don't have to do that. And I'm glad that you put that on the table in the beginning. Y'all both put your cards on the table. You got engaged, but now he realized, whoa, I'm slowing this cart down. This is not the way I want to go. I thought I could deal with it, but I can't. There you go. Was you a trial run? Veronica answered that. She answered that. That's what engagement. Engagement, it means that you're preparing to get married. But in that preparation to get married, you can find out things that can cause you, and it doesn't have to be to the extreme of somebody cheating or whatever. It could just be to the point that you realize, in the beginning, I thought we were compatible because we was all in that infatuation point. But now, as I start to see that that's not the way I want to go. So that happens. No problem. Y'all, if you can just break this off and go your separate ways, if you want to remain friends and communicate, that's what, but not in a sense of lovers and this, that, and the other, because you're not going to compromise, and don't compromise your values just to have sex if that's what something that you don't want to do during the time of your fasting. So that's it, sis. You really answered your own letter.
Mm-hmm.
But why they still in the cohabitating in the same house? Money.
Because it could be that, or one of them looking to break one or the other. He's looking for her to break, meaning that she give in. He's looking for her to give in, and he may stay. But he's also pushing her to say, if you don't give in, this is what I'm going to do. So that he's doing that in a sense that he still may want you. He may still want you. He may still want to marry you. But he's showing you he's not going to tolerate that. And if you saying that I'm not going to break this, then y'all are both walking in opposite directions, living under the same roof or being engaged. So that's it.
So I want to say this, and this is me speaking 12, 13 years ago. This is not the 2022 Vic. The first time I come home and I smell like smell like perfume, and you let that shit ride, I bet you won't smell somewhere else. That's all I'm saying. The first time you let it ride, it's on. I got you. So you so caught up, and that's the thing. Women, don't let your religion get you played on earth. Some women will be so religious and they saying, I don't want a divorce. I want to keep this man. He a good man. God brought us together. Like John said, God don't bring everybody together. But God brought us together and all this other stuff. And the whole time he got you out here looking stupid. Mm-hmm. Because he know he just don't use that to keep you here.
Victor, you're consistent with what we said last week, where that woman said that she take her vows serious and she's looking stupid. And what we're saying is, if you're taking your religion serious, let them go. If take it, let it go, because that's all to it. Because if he's making you look bad and you're not feeling comfortable, then what are you doing? Sister, you really answered your own letter. But you just wanted to hear from us. Go ahead, Veronica.
Yeah, and that's true. But the thing is, okay, I want to go to two comments before I say.
Go ahead.
Was it? Wait, Stevenson. He says he is getting under someone else's skin, really, just not yours, woman, since you put your monkey on lockdown. And John says, Lord, why these women be withholding Kuda cat? If you're gonna withhold the Kuda, just stay your ex alone, just you and the Lord. But this is the thing, though. If he felt this way, then he shouldn't have never got involved with her, because he knew, according to her and according to this letter, he knew this when they first got together. So why would you even waste my time if you knew my beliefs, if you knew what I believed in? You know I was fasting, and during the time I was fasting, I wasn't giving up any. You knew this. So why would you even waste my time? Evidently, they had this conversation.
But he may have thought he could have.
That's true, but now you can't. It seemed like when she first did her first 2 fastings, or what he could. I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to put this together. you can't say that she's holding down the monkey without him knowing. He knew about it. So that was his choice to stay in it.
But why give it up? She chose, regardless of the fact he chose her and she chose him. So this is they're equally to blame here, to the extent she's the one with the problem. He ain't complaining because when she say no, I know somebody who will.
No, he
That's
is
all that
complaining.
is. Huh?
He is complaining.
He's complaining to her, but all he got to do is leave and go get some perfume smell from someone. Like,
But see, you've been wasting my time. Because
no, you wasting your time. Because
you should have told me that from the beginning.
They both wasting each other's time. Well, not really. No, he might. You're right, Victor. He may not be wasting. The bottom line is he may be having his cake and eating it. You know what I'm saying? Doing it, meaning that he ain't getting the cootie cat. Then when she lock it down, he gets it somewhere else. And then when it's time to get it from her, he gets it from her. But he's setting the precedence to say, you lock it down, I got you, but I'm not going to be locked down when you lock down. That's it.
Facts. I ain't trying to break you. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm broke. You a good girl. I'm gonna slide this weenie up in you for a little while. And then when you go on your fasting, I'm gonna go eat over here. I'm gonna go eat over here. Like, come on, man. Like, I tell you this, like, it cannot work. If you are really religious and the person you with is not, I don't see how that's even possible. I don't see how that's possible. Like, they say a family that prays together stays together. That's real. Yeah. That is real. Like I said, I'm AME, you know what I'm saying? And somebody who I'm with, they are, non-denominational, they damn near Pentecostal holiness. And that's a challenge in itself. So I'm like, somebody gonna have to either give. Somebody got to give.
And Veronica, I stay away from this, but tonight I'm only gonna say it because I don't know what this woman's religion is, and nor do I need to know. But what I'm saying is, there's some people that have their certain way of life and their religion that fast and don't be interactive with sex, and they know that their man has another. And I don't know if that's her situation, but if that's the circumstances, then that I don't know your lifestyle. But since you mentioned about the fasting and everybody that fasts and retain from intercourse don't mean that they're into, sharing their man. But there are people that do share their man. So,
you got to be reading some of these comments, man. I put one up for you, Bo.
Go ahead, I read it. Angelia Renee Freeman says that's why I'd rather be in a poly relationship, and that's what I just said. And hopefully we have a show on a poly relationship with poly people, because I get tired of getting beat up about it when I bring it up, because I'm just tired of just thinking that this monogamous is the only way, because it ain't the only way. It just ain't. It may be.
I agree with you. It's not the only way.
It's not the only way.
Monogamy, you can go poly, or you can be, abstaining for the rest of your life. I mean, you got a whole bunch of choices.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yep.
To each his own.
That's right.
What Wanda says, she should have never married him knowing he's not on the level with her for as relief. They're not married, Wanda.
Yep. And she got the warning sign. They close, but now you can break that engagement off.
They was engaged, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So they can break that engagement off. Nobody got to lose their house. Nobody got to lose their car.
What you mean? They live together.
That don't mean that. Well, what that mean?
I meant to
common law. Then
no. Common law don't work down here, bro. I keep.
Well, then ain't nobody losing nothing.
Right, Michaels.
So understand.
Oh wait. He's commenting on somebody. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Understand. They've been together. All right, so they dated they engaged for a year, dated for 3, right? So I'm just throwing some stuff out there till it stick. I really feel like they have a place together, and they split bills, and they cannot afford to be away from each other.
Shit.
I mean, but listen. Check,
If you're not happy, we always talk about if you're not happy, I don't care what the money
you,
situation, shit, you got to
but you,
leave.
but just check now.
I listen.
There are people out there that will put themselves in a financial bind and have to depend on that second income.
That is true.
So when you have to depend on that second income, there's a lot of shit that you're willing to put up with just so you have a roof over your head and have some luxuries that you normally that you feel like you can't live without.
Right, but that don't mean that means you're still miserable with that person. You're not happy. So you cohabitating, but you're not happy. So, but if he does what he wants to do, what if she chooses to do what she wants to do? Oh, hell gonna break loose. All right.
But see, I've never been in that situation. So I can only imagine, like I'm saying, like I just think when I hear these letters of the people that's just putting up with the massive amount of disrespect, I always think to myself, what would make me take that disrespect blatantly in my face? And the only thing that I could think that I would blatantly take that disrespect if I had the possibility of being homeless. That's the only reason I would let somebody blatantly damn disrespect me, because I don't want to be outside in the cold.
So I get you, Victor. I get you. I get you. I hear you. But I always think of everything that comes with disrespect, with the physical abuse. Well, I ain't got nowhere to go, but I go home and I get my ass kicked tonight by this dude. That's bullcrap. That's what I'm saying. Disrespect is disrespect, but you're right. We will tolerate it's degrees of disrespect. So we will tolerate some until we can't tolerate it no more. So that's why I do agree with you, Victor, because we will tolerate because of our circumstance. But at the end of the day, if we get pushed, sometimes we have to be pushed to make a move to get out of that relationship. And I think in this case, this is not one of those cases here. They engage. There's no I do. There's no legal bind here. Take that ring off your finger and give it back or whatever you want to do with it and just break this damn thing off and go on your way.
Bruh, she made it. Listen, he came home smelling like perfume and she made the excuse for him. She the one that said he probably just put it on there. What she said, how she said with the perfume?
He's trying to get up under her skin, I think she said.
She is making the excuse for him. He ain't even got to explain himself because she said, "Oh, he just doing that to make me mad." Baby,
maybe because he never stepped out before. Like, maybe
no, she ain't never caught him stepping out.
And also maybe she's making the excuse because she know that she's part of the problem. Okay,
give yourself a bell, man.
That she's pushing him out to do that, but due to the fact that,
because of her beliefs.
Yes.
But he knew this going in it.
Right, but even though now he's wrestling with that or have a problem with it, she knows that even though that is her belief is causing that, even though that's her belief. So that's why she may delude herself to say, you know what, he's just trying to get under my skin. But the reason why, because she knows she's contributing to that factor, even though that's her belief.
Alicia says, so if you love a person, I don't see how you could go somewhere else. And if that's if it's that easy, then he just needs to leave or she needs to call it off.
What?
Alicia, I'm going to go here. I done told y'all women before. Men can have sex with somebody, can be in love with one person and go have sex. Is just the same as having masturbation and come on home and don't think nothing about the woman that he had that sex with.
Huh?
Not you. You're against that. So don't even go there.
I'm not saying me. Fatim said men. He said men can have sex. So that's just a broad statement. Yeah, he painted with a broad brush.
Yeah, we can be in love with a person and have sex with it, and it doesn't affect our love for the person that we're in love with. It doesn't. And y'all may not understand because y'all looking from your perspective, but from our perspective, It happens
So
because it's like sports for us sometimes. It's a sport. It's activity sometimes. It's not always emotion.
so Veronica, if
Really, Michael?
it's just as simple as a man watching a porno. If you married, I guess you shouldn't be lusting over another woman. I mean, or a married man going to a strip club. It's the same shit. Like, damn,
Like going to
I
a
see
bar.
you all the time, but every now and then I want to see somebody else naked. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, long as you don't touch, but it's okay. It's okay. Cause y'all be meat watching out there.
Yeah, and that's why I've made mention of before that a group of guys that I was with, majority of them were married. I was 20. I was working at Billboard at 23, and when we went out, they had their women. We went to the strip club. The women had their side to go to the strip club, and the men had their side. And I was like, "Wow, this is cool." Husband and wife going to the strip club, and they wasn't sitting together. The women was on their side watching what they watched, and the men was on their side. We got together after and went and got something to eat.
I mean, whatever rings your bell.
Yeah.
Don't start that, because I tell you right now, y'all women will see a man, he'll come in there with a suit on, and that's his suit might be a little tight, and his coat open up just a little bit.
Package peekers.
That's what y'all is. Y'all package peekers, man. Y'all to sit down and look, and before when we looking at you in your eyes, and y'all looking straight down. But see, remember back in the day, women used to cover up. Oh, don't stare at my chest. Now, hell, y'all got it on display anyway. Y'all some sexual
Package
predators.
peekers.
Y'all some sexual predators.
That is funny to me. Package peekers. All right.
That's a good one. That's a good one, but it's true. They just had a skit. They had a skit on that where a guy and a woman looked down, and then he caught her. He said, "I saw you," and she said, "No, what? I just saw a skit yesterday about that."
That's what they do. I mean, women.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. I was surprised that women look more than we do.
I don't care to look.
Let a man walk out there with them gray sweatpants on. Ain't no way that y'all ain't curious to look.
Nobody care about that.
I forgot. Yeah, I got you. The women walking on on the water. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jesus walked on the water, and they was right behind him.
I mean, sometimes we just be looking to see what y'all have on, to see, okay, it's just shorts matching his time. Like, we just trying to look at the entire
ensemble.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. I got you. Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I hear them comment, boy, girl, he got big feet, even though that don't always work. But, we hear them.
No.
I know. I got it. Don't.
Hey, I got big feet too, and it don't work.
Yeah, we see what you working with.
Stop it.
Lord, we crazy on here.
Well, I meant to get to somebody comment. Bree says, if she knows she is part of the problem, why waste her time in writing the letter?
Well, sometimes
she needs reassurance. I think she needs reassurance. I think sometimes a person knows the answer to something, but sometimes they want to get another perspective to see if there's another viewpoint, or sometimes they come to the conclusion, but they need to hear that from someone else to get that push to go forward.
Big facts. That's a fact, man.
Yeah, I mean, and we all sometimes want to hear other people's, thoughts about things that we, go through. Lisa.
You a package peeker, huh?
Y'all be doing that.
And Lisa get a bell.
All of y'all women out there be doggone meat gazing and stuff, man. We be sitting there, and we know y'all do it because we wear pants to show it off sometimes.
Oh, really?
Of course.
Because we can't see nothing right here. You can wear the tightest pants all you want.
Oh,
There's nothing to see there, okay?
I'm painting with a broad brush. I paint with a broad brush.
And
That
that's
don't go for me.
and that's after the pill.
Dang.
Dang.
But real
Woo.
talk, man. I mean, man, we're not trying to beat up on you, but
No.
this is the thing when it all boils down, what do you want? Do you want a husband or do you want to be married to this dude right here?
Yeah, there's probably
That's the
somebody out
thing.
there.
There's a
Yeah.
big difference. Because if you feel like what you got is what you want to be with for the rest of your life, then marry that man. But understand everything that you have to put up with. But you shouldn't have to compromise your beliefs to please him. I don't think you should do that. I think, whatever you started doing, you should continue doing. If you fast and hold out and you want to, get yourself right, spiritually with your creator and not having sex as part of that, then that's what you should do. Get you somebody who respects that. If not, does that with you. But apparently this guy doesn't view you or view your beliefs as your beliefs are not as important as his physical needs or wants. And that's a problem.
I think you will find a woman that's holding out faster than you would a man. Like, I think, like, do you honestly think that she can find a man that's going to be saving himself for marriage?
I don't know about marriage, but I know a guy personally who saved himself for a while. And he's sitting on this panel. But I mean, I did, but that's, whatever. But that was for other reasons on why I was holding out. But, sometimes that's why I understand her, because when you abstain for a little while or being celibate, whatever, it does form a sense of clarity. You can think clearer, and you can go into a situation and you can tell one of these, women out here, man, you can kiss my ass. I don't care. I don't care. Because I don't need it. I'm not pressed for it. So I understand what she's doing, but the dude just don't respect what you're doing. I get it.
But you wasn't in a relationship. You wasn't in a relationship. You wasn't seeing anyone when you was holding out.
Well, I don't know. I was doing a lot of shit at that time, but I wasn't having sex. But I don't know what I was doing.
What about you, Fatine? You ever hold out?
Yeah.
That sounds like a lie.
Nah, it's true.
You did hold out?
Yep.
Oh, well.
Some things not right. And you keep complaining about it. It not only stops you mentally, it can stop you physically. You get tired of complaining about something.
Yeah.
So that's the truth. Ain't no lie. And it's not cool. And it's not cool. And it's not cool. And it's not cool for the other person. Even if I did it, it's not. Yeah. I'm just saying.
I wasn't talking about in that particular form. I'm talking about just holding out, like
not being a single man, not being a single man. No. No. I mean, there's no reason to hold out that. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Or when I break up, I think when I broke up out of my first marriage, I waited some time because I just didn't want to. I needed time because I was hurting, and I didn't want somebody just to be a rebound. And I thought that was not fair. At the end of the day, I needed some time. But after that, I got back in the group.
Yeah.
So I mean, to keep it 100, I really feel like if you hold out, and I'm not talking about a week or a month, I'm talking about 3, 4, 5 months. If you hold out that long from physical touch by a woman, you will realize, you will understand there was a lot of shit you was doing for that physical touch that you probably shouldn't have been doing anyway. Like, I see a lot of guys out there, they spend money just to get a woman's attention. But when you really don't want that attention, you want somebody to be genuine with you, then you realize, like, I could come in here, spend my money, and leave with my money, enjoy my money, and not worry about a maybe. I like sure things. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to sit here and shoot dice all day long with no woman hoping that I hit, whatever the point is, so she could come back home with me. I'd rather know for sure I like you, you like me, and then we can go on about our business.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. John.
Truth works, man. Truth works. Unless the truth works unless you hiding something, or you hiding something, meaning that you don't want to be truthful because you're scared of losing the person. You see what I'm saying? But if you're truthful, again, it's easy to be truthful if you're not looking to get into a relationship. If you're looking to get into a relationship, you still can be truthful, but you got to realize that if you're being truthful, you giving another person an opportunity. This woman says, look, these are some of the things I want to do. Now, from what I'm reading, this man is not the same religious as she is, because as me, I'm not a practicing Muslim like I once was. And when I was practicing Islam and we went through Ramadan, which just went off the end of the last month or beginning of this month, I was married to somebody who was Muslim. So we fast during the day. So we did the same things. But to say I'm Christian and I'm fasting this way, and this other person is Christian, but I don't fast that way, then there needs to be that. And if you see that y'all are going out of sync, then why invest in one another where one is already saying it's a problem? Read it for what it is. It's a problem. That's it, sis. It's a problem for him.
Big facts.
That's it.
Problem.
It's a problem. That's it. Don't turn this into a calculus equation if it's a simple arithmetic.
2 + 2 = 4.
That's it. We don't need sine, cosine, and tangent in this one. We don't need the square root.
Keisha says, but if she's doing it for religious beliefs, why are they living together? I don't know if it's going that deep.
Woo!
I mean, that's a great question.
How we missed that? I like that.
Yeah, that's a great question.
It's a great question, but we are still assuming, because some people have this religion belief, their religious belief may not be, they can't be in the house, can live together. You understand?
Yeah. She's withholding while during her fast.
Right. That don't mean they're not intimate when she's not. So they're not married, but they ain't planning to get married. And let's be real. Come on. All right.
Yeah, he did say that, Bree. That's what she said in the letter. Mm-hmm. That he called off the engagement.
Oh, yeah. So then that's it. I didn't hear that part. I knew I missed something. So he called off the engagement. He did the right thing.
He recently told me he doesn't want this relationship anymore. And it's really, she said, it's really bothering her.
Right. And she got to realize, listen, sis, just to say this to you. I'm looking you in your, look, sis, go ahead, and if that's your belief and that's who you are, you don't change for no one. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He said he cannot deal with it. He's being honest. If he went down the aisle, said, I do, and he knew he couldn't deal with it, then you'll be boo-hooing and saying, why did you take me down this? And you know you couldn't deal with it. You didn't have to marry me. Well, he broke it off. He did the right thing. You are just feeling somewhere insecure and bad because he broke it off because of something that you believe in. Yeah. And now you're questioning that. The question I have for you is, do you really believe in what you're doing? Because if you do, then you would understand it. And even though it hurts, you understand it and respect his decision. The question is, do you really believe in what you believe in?
Give yourself a bell. Give yourself a few bells.
That's good. Well, I mean, we talking 3 years, not 3 months. You know, like her feelings is definitely
I
in
get it.
there, and it's gonna be tough. And I get
Oh, yeah.
that.
But what happens, Veronica, after 10 years then? I mean, it'll be like Fatine was saying, it's been 3 years. Baby, go ahead and cut ties now before it's 30 years.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
you missed out on what you know, a guy at your church or a guy that's at your religious conference that, you done, looked at his little weenie and his little suit and y'all might be compatible there. And y'all think about the same things. Get you somebody, like they talk about equally yoked. Get you somebody with your same, characteristics and your same likes. You know what I'm saying? If you real religious, go to a religious conference and get you a religious man. It's that
That's true.
simple. If I'm into, sports and I like good teams, I know not to date nobody who like the Cowboys because they gonna always be upset when they damn lose. So all I'm saying is get you somebody.
Sis, let me tell you, I don't mean to be funny, but you get somebody getting on that bus and y'all going in the same direction.
Oh,
That's what you do. Get you a bus, put that token in, and y'all going in the same direction. That's what you do. That's what you do. That's it.
well, Fatine gave his final thoughts.
I gave you a bus ride with it too.
Well, we don't ride bus down here, man. You can't do that down here. Well, we don't know. Wait, we don't know if she from here.
Y'all do got a bus, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
we don't know. And we do have buses.
Y'all do have buses. Victor, you don't see them, but Victor.
Let me tell you something. A woman could ride a bus and get a man. A man can ride a bus and he gonna be single forever.
That's a good one. Down here, New York, you can do that.
Down here.
Down here.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, bro.
Really, Mr. Sandy?
Huh?
No, go ahead. I'm just reading Mr.
So I'm gonna
Sandy.
tell you right now, because these women like to ride, man. They like to ride.
Yeah, I know that, boy.
They like to ride. They like to ride. And I'm gonna tell you another thing, fellas. You gotta watch these women. I'm gonna tell you something. If you ask if you ask a woman, well, let's go watch a movie, and she pick a movie at the Swamp Fox, you leave her expensive ass day.
I was there last night, man. I was there last night.
Red Box.
Yeah, I was there last night watching Doctor Strange.
At the Swamp? Oh no, I'll wait till it comes to the Julia. Or I get it on bootleg.
I was there last night, baby.
Oh, you can't take your woman to Swamp Fox.
It's the same movie at the Swamp Fox at the Julia. Same thing. I ain't paying $55 to watch a movie and you want some popcorn and you want to be smacking all in my ear. I'm going to the
That's
Julia.
why you take them to Western Sizzling first, and then you go over there. You know why you ain't got no room for no popcorn and drink and goobers and raisinets.
I mean, come on. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Julia.
Oh, I love the Julia.
We like Swamp Fox sometimes.
But like John said, John, this that's it. 5 stick and
yeah, man. I go to the
5 stick and cheer. We might now that 2-hour movie might take 3.5 hours because they're buffering like hell. But hey, it's the same content, baby. Same content.
We still want popcorn.
And Mrs. Buttersworth, I'm gonna put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. Back on the couch, baby.
And see, we have preference. Like Patricia said, she's not going to Julia.
Well, she gonna sit at the house then.
Meet me over at the Swamp Fox. I got the app. I'm going to the Swamp Fox. I'm going Friday to see Firestarter.
What is Doctor Strange? Is that something scary?
No. Leave it alone, Veronica. There's about 40 other movies you need to watch.
The multiverse, girl.
Get to that one.
And if you watch WandaVision on television, then you'll find out a little bit more about it. It's good. It's pretty good.
That's a Marvel movie, but you got to watch about 40 more movies.
It's a Marvel movie.
It's a Marvel movie. Doctor Strange was introduced through Spider-Man.
And that's another thing. And I'm with my homeboy used to say the same thing. Bro, we can't watch movies with y'all Because we sit here putting stuff together. You asking all these, who is that? And what happened with this? See, you know what? Now I just want to take my money and go home.
I just wait till we get back in the car to ask the questions. So what did that mean when he came flying through there like that? And
Nah, we can deal with that because we're gonna talk about the movie. But yeah,
I bet you they ain't asked questions in Black Panther because they were looking at that chocolate. That's what they were looking at.
that was just a great movie, period.
That was a good movie, but
Yeah.
But
You didn't care for that
y'all
movie?
still was occupied. Your eyes were occupied.
I think they could have expanded on the if you read the comics, they could have expanded on him a little bit more. But I'm glad that we finally have a character in the Marvel universe. I'm happy. Yes, a main antagonist, yeah.
Exactly.
Protagonist.
Yeah. Protagonist.
Like John said, you better bring your ass over to the house and I'll cook. Shit, groceries cheaper than the movies. Big facts.
That's true, John. But you know, I like the theater too, man. I like it. I want to go
ramen
bowling. You can can't bowling in your house.
Noodles, shrimp flavor. You know why the shrimp flavor? I got some ball weenies I'm gonna cut up. I'm gonna put some bull in that
ball weenies.
You said what?
I don't want no ball weenies.
Oh, then you ain't want to eat. You ain't hungry.
if you ain't hungry, put it in the air fryer.
I'm gonna ball these weenies. I'm gonna put it in this doggone.
We going to the movie and then we going out to eat. That's what we gonna do.
Damn, bro, you rich.
We're
not saying all the time, but can we get that sometime?
You getting it because you gonna get it.
If I take you to the movies, and I take you to dinner, I'm gonna take you down this dirt road.
Why the dirt road? You take her back to the house.
Oh no.
Why the dirt road?
Looking around and moving everything around.
No, they got a curfew to get out. Shit.
Because as soon as they get back to the house, now they sleeping.
Oh, hey, I got 2 bedrooms. Shit.
I got 1.
Well, then they up under you all night.
Cheryl said I fry my hot dogs up.
Toast the bun too, right?
Because you got I ain't got that kind of time. Because you got to reuse that hot dog water. You can keep using it. You can make tea out of it.
Make what out of it?
Tea.
I know you lying.
Ice dog. That's ice dog.
You can boil the wieners and then you cook your oodles and noodles in the same water.
Ooh, a messed up stomach.
Oh Lord. Lord.
Oh, if you got any water left over, then you can put the little package mashed potatoes in there and soak it all up. Yeah,
stop it.
Come on, man.
Oh gosh.
Yes,
Final thoughts with this letter. We ended kind of early tonight.
Yeah, and the key is I'm from New York. I know better. That's right. We can't do that. We got to take you out to eat and all kind of stuff, man. I mean, back in the day when we come from work and we meet after work, we still would take the young lady out to eat, man. Yeah, that's how it roll. We go to the movie and go out to eat and have a nice night, man. That's a nice night. Manhattan is a beautiful place. If they ain't robbing you, it's a beautiful place. The light, if they ain't robbing you, but I'm a born New Yorker, so I know how to move around the city. But it's a beautiful place. So it's different things to do, different movie theaters to go to, and different places to eat. And you just make it a nice night. It's an enjoyable moment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I went to as an adult, I went to New York one time.
Mm-hmm.
And I went out to this taco. It was like a taco place. Me and this young lady, we ain't cool no more. This was a long time ago. And we went to this taco place and we was eating and she was buying these top shelf margaritas and I wasn't paying attention to how much they cost. And that man brought that bill back and that shit was $234 fucking dollars between the both of us. Wow. And I can't even tell you where we was. I remember being there and I'm thinking to myself, oh, I know it's on. And we caught a cab back to her crib, and she started talking slow. She bought a new window that night. I
You
ain't
did
gonna lie
not
to
break
you.
her window.
She bought a whole new back window. Brand new.
How you get mad at her because she didn't want to give you none?
It was $234.
I don't care.
At a damn taco place? Come on, man. Brand new. And and she had a little in the back door, it had a little square. I busted one at the top, so you gotta replace all these shits.
You wrong.
Woo!
You was wrong for that. Was that the first date?
No.
Oh, that wasn't the first date.
No.
Did you have it before then? Did you get it before then? Oh, so that would have been your first time getting it.
Yeah.
Oh, you could have waited 2 or 3 more times.
Where did I tell you this date happened at?
New York. He wasn't gonna be there too long.
And where do I live?
In Bigfoot country.
There you go.
The good foot.
Bigfoot country. Bigfoot.
That shit was a long time ago, man. I was young and stupid, man. That's when I didn't care.
Yeah.
I was shit. 32? Somewhere up in there, 31, 32.
Hey, a long time ago. Shit.
Thank God for growth.
Thank God for growth. I'm telling you.
Except for where, Veronica? You missed the cue. Except for where? He said, thank God for growth. You missed the cue. And I said, except for, yeah.
The Lord passed you on that one.
There we go. Hey, that 301 chicken, I'm going to tell you something. If you don't respect 301 chicken, we can't be together. Yeah. And Patricia, I didn't meet over internet. We knew each other. She just moved up there.
She said 301 chicken.
Yeah.
Mr. Sammy already got his final thoughts out there. Don't marry him because it's not.
I was getting ready to say where.
Because he wants to have sex and you don't. Exactly. All right, final thoughts, guys.
I had to think where 301 chicken was. And now I know where 301 is at. I just call it 301. I didn't know where 301 chicken.
All I'm saying is find you some, ma'am. You need to find out what's important. Because I really feel like it's not going to get any better from now. It could, but you're taking a chance. So go with the sure thing. This guy is consistently acting like this, and he's not taking your religion or your spiritual stance as strong as his physical needs. So either you give in or you don't. So
all right. My final thoughts is real simple, sister. He broke up the engagement, so that's over. Just put that to bed. That's the bed. And look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself that if this is who you are and this is what you're going to be, then you get with somebody that not only respects that, but is willing to walk hand in hand with you down that road. But you also got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, is this what I truly believe? And that's what my final thoughts are there. So,
yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't change for, I wouldn't change for him. Meaning, if I believe in something that's strong, especially something biblical, like fasting and giving up, the sex, like you've been doing it when you got with, like I wouldn't change because that's what you believe in. And yes, it's hard. It's been 3 years. Yes, it's going to be difficult moving on. But do you really want to change something that you believe in so strongly? Would you want to change and then 2 years down the road, y'all break up over something else, and here you then made this change that you felt that was right? I mean, I wouldn't. He's already called it off. Evidently, he doesn't want the relationship any longer. I just say move on slowly. It's gonna hurt, of course, but you can't make him do something that he do not want to do. That's the bottom line. So I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for writing your email letter. We appreciate you, and we once again hope everything works out for the best for the both of you.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much for watching the tea. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for
You
leaving
see your boy comment? You see Stevenson comment?
No, what did he say? Find you in holy. Well, I mean,
And I give the guy a bell, because if he's watching, I give him a bell because he broke it off and he told her, I thought I could deal with this in the beginning, but now I realize I can't, and I'm ending it. He's not leading her on. He broke it off.
He didn't break it off.
Yes, he did. He ended the engagement.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
That's
he recently told me he doesn't want this relationship anymore.
Yeah, he broke it off. Yeah, he's
I didn't
done.
know that.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, he's done. So that's why I'm giving him a bell.
I thought so. She's still holding on to it.
Must be holding on to a thread. That's what Loose Ends made a song, holding on to a thread. Strain.
Well, John's final thoughts, of course, and we knew it was coming. If you're going to withhold Cuda, just stay single and date the Lord. Really, John. Tangy Tea of Life is being brought to you by Hip Hop Fitness with Veronica. Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Be at Gary Gym in Darlington. Come out, get fit, have fun. We're family. We don't judge each other. Like, we're there for the same purpose, and that is to get a great workout. $5 a class. Come join us. We have so much fun. Thank y'all again for your comments. If you would like to be a guest on the show, if you have an email letter, if you have a topic suggestion, please send it to tangyteaoflife@gmail.com or right here on the Tangy Tea of Life page. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up over there on our YouTube page as well. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us every Tuesday and Thursday night. And God willing, we'll be back with some more Tangy Tea. Until then, be safe, guys. Thank y'all so much. Good night.
Buenas noches.